Hi guys, welcome to a new video from ByteSomePie. This is going to be a tutorial and we're going to cover data tables in this. So, data tables, a flat file way of organizing information into basically a grid. It makes it nice and easy to sift through and really quick to update any of the bits of information that you're going to be pulling in for variables. Ideal uses for this is if you've got 100 guns in your game, don't have a separate blueprint for each, have one blueprint that references a data table and then extracts the information. You find out one gun becomes IMBA, and during the testing, instead of having to find the exact weapon, you just go to basically the export or into the data table, change a value, instant fix. Many other purposes for it, but we'll just work on this pretext at the moment, or this idea at the moment. So what we need to do is we need to create a structure for the table. So blueprint structure. So got a structure, and we'll give us a pull down list as well. So if we just go to blueprints, enumerate, so enum dot. So let's do this one first. The easiest, so let's pretend we're making an inventory system or some form, or pickup, an array of items to be picked up. Weapon, food, and armor. Okay, excellent, that's that done. Now we'll just keep this simple, so we'll call this name. Now, this is just making the headers for the data table in the structure. So whatever values we set in here are going to basically create the cells of the table that we want to do. So value, since we've got different classes of items, say weapon, foods, armor, we can just set a value for them. Just the easiest way for us is to proceed forward. You can obviously have this as complex or as simple as you see fit. So let's add the enum, and this gives us a pull down list, and we'll call this type. So we have a name, a value, and a type. Excellent. Now we are ready, make sure you save it. Now we're ready to create the data table. Data tables are under miscellaneous, data table. Now we need to pick the structure. So we created the struct tut, open it up, boom, we have a data table with this structure. dt tut, boom. So to explain how this works, the plus adds a new row, X gets rid of the new row, and this lets you pull down lists to filter through them. Now I like to keep the row names nice and simple, just because if we've got unique identifiers, keep them as numbers instead of this new row nonsense that it automatically generates. Also makes it easier if you export it somewhere else. Name, let's start in the top one. Name, Magic Pants. Magic Pants, they're going to be armor, and they're going to protect you for 100. Now we've got row name expand, and a Dirty Banjo. Dirty Banjo is going to be a weapon. It's going to do 50 of whatever the weapon does. Next one, we've got weapon armor. Gummies. So gummies are going to be food, and they're going to give you loads and loads of stuff. Right. That's you made a data table. That's you put information into a data table. From this information, you can now do with it as you want, pull it and extract it in any way. So we'll cover that in the next video. A couple of things I want to finish off on before we round off on here. A couple of things you have to know. If you were to edit the structure and not save the table or not save the structure, you could end up with changing this without having everything saved. Can cause problems. Let's show you how to edit this. If we add a new value, we'll just say we want to add a static mesh. Another thing I want to also mention as well. Static mesh, right? So the reason I wanted to show a mesh before going too much of a tangent is the way that it stores the data. Stick to first person projectile, it stores it as text. Now, if we close the table, move this static mesh, this will update. If we export the table, somebody moves this, we re-import the table, your mess is watched. So it's not going to work. So if you are going to move one of these, move it, fix up the redirectors, re-export the table if you're going to be editing it after any of the assets are moved. Okay, now how to export is to right click and then export CSV. This can be, I'll just call it boom.csv, save that, and then pretty much you can edit it any way you want. I would advise using Notepad++ or using Excel or the OpenOffice or LibreOffice equivalent of that. Just for easiness, I'll just show you Notepad++. 3 hyphens is the unique identifier column. Okay, and you can see all our values just here. Any changes we make here, if we were to re-import the data table, they will automatically update the data table instantly, so it makes it nice and quick to make changes. Okay guys, that's all I'm going to cover for this tutorial, but next one we'll go into how to extract the data and show you how to actually manipulate the information you've got in the table to make it actually useful for you. But thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and hope to see you again soon. Hit the subscribe button if you like this. Catch you later.